Game On is brought to you by the Bucks County Community College.
Hello, welcome into our on-campus with Game On football show. I'm your host, Jeff Beideman, and joining me here at Pennridge High School are Renee Washington, Drew Markol, and Jen Wielgus. And as former head football coach in the NFL, Jim Mara once said,
playoffs.
We are here talking playoffs. That is correct.
That was Minnie Mouse, I think.
Hey, November's here. That can only mean one thing for the Game On crew.
It's chilly.
District playoffs. That is absolutely that. Finally, a little bit of football weather this year. All right, Drew, taking a look at that 6A bracket. Half of it is made up of our area teams, and there are some intriguing matchups.
Well, Jeff, the one that jumps out at me, is Pennridge Quakertown. I love that Thanksgiving game every year when they play, and now we're going to get it twice. Quakertown has to come here like they will do on Thanksgiving. I think Pennridge is playing better, and I see Pennridge having a path, to a semifinal matchup with North Penn. I know we're getting way ahead of ourselves, but with the way the Rams are playing, I just think they're a little bit too much for Quakertown. They're going to advance and probably might play Perk Valley again, a team they've already beaten. So be interesting for the Rams.
Yeah, guys, I feel like we should have our pumpkin pie set up like we do in our Thanksgiving show with the temperature
Certainly
and with
feels
Pennridge
like it,
behind us getting ready for Quakertown. But you guys, I feel like I've already seen a playoff game having been at Pennsbury and Neshaminy last week. That was a crazy game that came down to 1 point. I mean, any play goes differently and the other team wins. And those teams could see each other in the second round. But Pennsbury has to get past CB South first, which let's not overlook CB South, but Pennsbury has to feel pretty confident, don't you think, Renee, that they can beat anybody coming within 1 point of Neshaminy?
Yeah, and at the start of the season, I would have thought this game may have been more in CB South's favor, but given injuries, especially Jack Johns, and given the way that Pennsbury is playing, I mean, that game against Neshaminy was a phenomenal game, and they definitely had every chance to win it just as much as Neshaminy did. So coming into this game off of last week, I think Pennsbury is just too much for CB South right now.
Probably.
All right, I'd like to offer a special welcome to those Truman Tigers getting to crash the playoff party this year for the first in school history.
Whew.
Unfortunately, the draw, not so good.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't matter.
You know what? It really doesn't, because somewhere along the line, you have to kind of like throw that stake in the ground and say, you know what? We're going to be a playoff team. We play who we play. Kind of get an idea. This is what it's going to take. So now we know in the regular season what it takes to get here, and now we know what the playoffs are like.
And they're going to be back. They're going to be back year after year, guys, with the talent they have in that district and that coaching staff.
Absolutely. That staff stays together, they will be perennial playoff contenders.
And CB West is back too, even though they had a loss against Souderton at the end of the season that knocked them to that road trip to Garnet Valley. So we have to say congrats to them.
And that was their mission at the beginning of the season. They just wanted to make playoffs, and they did it.
And they did.
Hats off to them. I mean, they had a tough last regular season game and losing to Souderton, but at least they made it to the playoffs.
Nice job by Souderton for the tough season to stay in there.
All right, Renee, coming right back at you here. 6A doesn't get all of the fun. We have plenty of action, 5A, 3A, 2A. What stands out for you?
That New Hope Soberg Conwell Egan matchup is a big one. I mean, they played each other week 1, and Conwell Egan dominated that game. So in my opinion, having seen both those teams and even Conwell Egan as of recent, I think New Hope Soberg is trending upwards, whereas Conwell Egan is still trying to figure some things out with their young team. So I wonder how much that will catch up to them. And New Hope Soberg, behind Jesse Capriati, who we've talked about a ton, will be the difference in playing and helping them get that win.
Sorry, I didn't mean to try to interrupt. An old friend of mine, Kevin Cooney, would have jumped in and defended the Catholic League because Conwell Egan might be trending a certain way right now, but they have been through the rigors of the Catholic League. And I mean, I think Conwell Egan will tell you that they're disappointed in the way their season went, but I don't think you can compare the teams that they've been playing against to the teams that New Hope's been playing against. So I mean, I don't think this game will be the same as that season opener, but I really think Egan still might have the edge.
Yeah, I think you might be right on that. And don't forget Upper Moreland here.
Oh, man.
I think they have a very good chance of putting that Thanksgiving matchup with Happer Horsham in jeopardy.
Great win against Upper Dublin last week to win the conference.
They're going to go undefeated for a few more weeks here.
I think they very well will.
I think they're headed to a showdown with Springfield.
I think so, too. I think you're looking at a District 1 championship, Upper Moreland Springfield.
I think so.
All right. That'll do it for our show this week. We'd like to thank Pennridge High School and also head football coach Jeff Hollenbach for hosting On Campus this week. A reminder, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at HS Game On. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you tomorrow for our Beat the Experts show.